valuable, in that vein, how valuable would it be for them to experience a battle for a playoff spot here in the second half?
Don't even start asking me those questions.
No, too soon?
We're in end of December.
Yeah, but I mean, 31 games in, I mean, it's not. It's gotta be.
Yeah, you don't know what your team is until end of January. You really don't, and I'm not even going there. Sorry, Kevin.
You've got 3 goalies here. Cal Peterson's back. What's your plan for tonight?
I haven't talked to the trainers about Carter, how he feels. We'll take 3, and then I'll talk to the trainers. We'll go from there.
If Carter can't go again tonight,
Urs is playing.
Urs is starting.
Yes,
Okay.
if that's what you're asking me.
Well,
yes, Urs is playing.
That was part of it, but what I was going to ask you also is, with Carter's illness, does it become concerning? Because obviously it seems like it's more than just a typical flu bug. Is it becoming a concerning thing for the organization?
No. It is what it is. We don't want players sick, but you get sick. But it's not off the charts. We're not running around with our heads cut off. No.
With regards to the lineup and the skaters, any changes?
Stall in for Z. Urs plays. That's it.
With regards to Sean Couturier, he's obviously had a few maintenance days over the past week. He's had some plays where he's come back to the bench and been in some pain. He keeps playing, but with him, is there a little bit of like, let's just get him to the break, kind of the same way that you had with Sanheim?
Played a lot of minutes, more minutes than I would have liked to, but I have trying to get him there. But he's just an old pro that knows how to play through soreness. He's not hurt. He's banged up, as all players are. Some guys make a bigger deal out of being banged up and sit out. He won't. So and again, part of it is he's 2 years off, and the amount of minutes he's played in the first 30 here, it's a lot. So we're just trying to give him some time. He sometimes we force him to stay off. Our Tommy will tell me you just have to stay off. Trying to get him here for another couple of days, and then he'll have a break.
You mentioned about Couturier's layoff, that's probably playing a role in terms of him being a little bit more sore than normal. Obviously, Cam Atkinson is in a bit of a slump right now. Do you think that is in part because he missed last year, or do you think that's unrelated?
I don't know. I don't know. He hasn't played well enough. The biggest thing for Cam for me is the energy. The reason why Cam has been such a good player in this league is because you just notice his energy and quickness all the time. That's been inconsistent. It's been a struggle. I'm sure not scoring goals has weighed on him. Is it the year off? I don't know, but we got to try. I think he needs to be a big part of this. If we want to stay competitive, I think he needs to be a big part of it. So we're trying to figure that out.
It looked like you had Atkinson with the fourth line in
Yes.
the third period. Was that because you didn't see his energy, or you felt the other guys gave you a better chance
Both.
to win?
Both.
What did you see from Garnett playing up on the line?
Forechecking. Garney is what he is. He's going to play a simple game, go after pucks, bang around. More skilled than a lot of people give him credit for. I thought he played well there. Cam will go there. He'll go back there tonight, and then I'll make a decision as the game is played. But Garney played well, and I think he played 12+ minutes, a little bit more than he usually does. Garney's a guy that I felt that I could move up and down the lineup. Haven't done a lot of it because I think we've had a pretty good lineup and guys have kind of played. But that's the situation he's in. He'll get bounced around if I think some guys are struggling.
John, can you talk a little bit about Sealer and Walker and the impact they have had, and how much of a role have they played in team success?
Oh, a good solid pair. I guess I'm not sure if they're 3 and 5. I guess they're our second pair. They've kind of find one another. They play well together. Have played some big minutes against top players on the team, on the opposition. In a position that we felt there was going to be some growing pains, which I still think there's going to be, our back end, not realizing what Walks is and how he's played, and the step that Sealer has made in his game. It's been a big part of us staying competitive here.
You mentioned about Garnett, moving him up briefly. Obviously, Ryan Poehling started the year on the fourth line. He's in the top 9. I guess in terms of your ideal lineup. Is it important for you as a coach to have fourth liners, guys who maybe are expected to be fourth liners, to have the ability to move those guys up, that they have the ability to play in the top 9 if they're going?
I think when you get to be the team you want to be competitive in this league for years and maybe get involved in playoffs and all that, I think that utility player on those third and fourth lines, as far as giving you minutes up in the top 6, is very important. So that's what you the days of a guy that just can't play beyond the fourth line and just fight, they're over. Like Nick gives us some shifts. Nick Deloria, he can play. So as we keep growing, I'm not sure where it all goes on those lines. I'm not sure in 4 or 5 of those guys what they are. Are they our third line guys or fourth line guys? I think it's a little bit of a mixture right now. So they'll battle it out, and I'll have to make a decision during the game as far as who I think's going.
John, you've been with Cam Atkinson for a long time. Have you seen him go through a stretch
Oh,
like
yeah.
this before?
Yeah.
Does he tend to be streaky at times?
Oh yeah, and it comes to goals. His energy, every goal scorer's energy raises when they score a goal. I want to find him more. I want to see him each shift. There he is, and whether it be a mistake or not, I just want to see the energy. I don't think it's been there, and it could be that he had that year off. He doesn't know. We just talked this morning about this. He doesn't know, but I know him well enough. He's going to try to figure this out, and he knows me well enough that it's not forever. I've been very patient, and we're just trying to work through it and trying to find a way to get him going.
I think you talked a little bit about how the trip coming after Christmas is pretty much the last West Coast trip you guys have. How much are you looking forward to getting that out of the way and having a second half that's basically you don't have to go very far?
I haven't even. You're asking me questions of the future today, Kevin. I haven't even gotten there. I don't even know when I think we leave the 27th. Yeah. I just know the travel day. I haven't even gotten that far, and I'm not trying to be coy or. I'm in the bracket mode, like I told you. Now it's a smaller bracket for us here. We had the 5-game bracket. Now it's a 2-game bracket of a back-to-back, trying to find a way to grind out points here. That's all we're thinking about.
Last one.
You talked about Couturier, and you say that he's played too much time right now. Like, you were surprised that he has as many minutes as he has. How do you pull that back, and how does it maybe get to that point where he's playing too much? It's just he's on playing with all the strengths. Is it just how do you monitor that time on the bench, I guess?
I do try to monitor it, but we're in so many close games. I forget who brought it up about winning. We're trying to win, and if I'm not putting the people in spots that best gives us an opportunity to win that game, I'm not treating the team fairly. And again, with the developing, and it's been a little bit easier for me because I think some of the young kids are part of us trying to win. They're a big part of it. But with Coots, it's hard not for me to put him in spots when we're involved in such tight games. But I'm always cognizant of the minutes. Casey comes back, he's going to lose some of the penalty killing minutes that he's doing right now because Casey will be one, and I'll take that away from. As we get to the second half and get into the January, February part, I'm going to monitor that because I think that's when it catches up with players sometimes, and that's where I'll have to adjust it a little bit along the way. But we'll see. He's handled himself so well, and I think knows how to play those minutes and keep himself fresh. And we're trying to help him with some of the time off. He knows how to do it too.